Okay, boys. Okay. Karma here. Just posted a Reddit thread. Well, I posted a Reddit thread. Alright. And you want to know why I posted this Reddit thread? Because I haven't been able to scrim for about 2 weeks because Anywhere fails to or create an option to close the lobby. Every Call of Duty games came out with this, and Infinite Warfare didn't come out with it. It kind of came out with one that was broken, and we really didn't get a response until the other day from Ashton, IW's community manager, via Twitter. This is how I got my response, and I'm happy. I'm happy that we got a response. I'm disappointed that it took this long. I'm disappointed that after weeks of bitching and complaining about it on stream, like not being able to scrim, it had to wait like 2 weeks to hear about it on Twitter. So I haven't really been too happy about that. Cleaned off my glasses and I decided to make this video because people, I feel like people are a little on edge about my little post on Twitter or Reddit, whatever we may call it. I think my levels are a little too loud right now. Let me fix that real quick. Knowing me, or any of you who know me, you're not gonna get no fucking college essay with proper format and proper all of that shit. You know what you got from me on that Reddit thread? You got me sitting here waiting to scrim, but I can't fucking scrim because they can't fix the fucking lobbies. But like I said, they finally are fixing them. So I was sitting there, like reading Skype, Infinity War, this is for you. Sitting there eating my chicken and broccoli, having multiple teams tell me they can't scrim me because people join the fucking game. Alright, so I've played COD competitively for about 6, 7, I don't know, 8, 9 years. How long is it? First time this has fucking happened. Alright, I'm wearing your shirt. Call of Duty World League, you know what? Supporting it, baby, supporting it. Want the best for it. What I try to do, I want the best for it. So now that I've pissed myself off once again, every time I think about this, every time I think about trying to scrim and not being able to scrim because of this lobby shit, it pisses me off and it makes me think about the game. It makes me want to give my input and break everything fucking down with the game. Alright, so like I said, I'm probably much better off making a video explaining all the problems and all the fucked up things rather than writing a fucking Reddit thread. And I sat there, ate my chicken and broccoli, and just typed shit up. Didn't care if there were errors in it. Didn't care if there were spelling errors, grammar issues. I just fucking put colons, put dashes, put spaces, and I went to town. I only did 3 things. I did Synaptic Bot, what's wrong with it, Camo, what's wrong with it, and what's wrong with Uplink. Because really, I don't know, those are like 3 really bad things, like Uplink is not bad. Uplink, we can start with Uplink. Uplink's been one of the best game modes forever, ever since it's been in the game, since Advanced Warfare. It was really good in Advanced Warfare. It was really good in Black Ops 3, and I mean, arguably, it's pretty good in this game. It's pretty dumbed down in this game. The way the maps are, it's like you got point A and you got point B. Team A is trying to get to B. B is trying to get to A. You got to kill Team A twice if you want to score on B. And I mean, it's a really dumbed down version of Uplink, but the good thing about it before the update is you couldn't throw it over buildings. Now they like changed ball mechanics out of nowhere. I don't know what the reasoning for that was. They moved the portals, which is a good thing. You know what? I'm not gonna totally talk shit. Hopefully this gets to the devs. I know I pissed one of them off saying whoever made this bot should be fired, and well, that's just my humor, I think I say or joke about that all the time. You fuck up, well, you should pay the prices. Should they be fired? No. Should they fix it, or should they, I don't know, be like, hey, yeah, something's wrong, let's fix it. I think so. When I do something wrong playing Call of Duty professionally, doing my job, if I do something wrong, I go, hey, something's wrong, let's fix it. So, do I know if they're fixing it behind the scenes? I don't know. One of the main points I was talking about in that thread was just, you know, This is gonna sound like this might all sound rude. I don't know what rude is. You know, if it's not broken, it's not rude. If it's broken, it's rude, right? Who knows? But let's start with traits. Traits, I feel like if I were making the game, like I said, I don't make the game. I never went to college to make the game, so I don't know all the technical shit. But if I'm going to a game like any other esport game, I know it's an esport game, there's got to be some sort of balance. Yes, do they cater to the 1%? No. But I feel like the game itself, though, should kind of be balanced in every way. Every character should have multiple opportunities. Like you're telling me, Camo gets rear guard, mark target, damaging enemies with gunfire will mark them, preventing regen. I mean, sure, but we don't use it. But is that equivalent? Is that as good, if not better, than propulsion or rushdown? Damaging enemies will mark them for death, preventing regen for 5 seconds. I don't know, maybe. Arguably, in a competitive scene, making somebody not be able to regen for 5 seconds, that's pretty good. Why don't we play with that? Because it's pretty freaking good. But then it leads to like propulsion. Like I mean, I've never really read mark target. I've never sat here and say, hey, mark target, blah 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 blah. Um, but I mean, shit, that could be pretty OP in a competitive aspect. Is it more OP than propulsion? I don't know. Propulsion is completely different. This one, I mean, they can't regen. Propulsion, you can just fucking chase the guy, fly over him, and it don't matter. He's not gonna have time to regen. You know what I mean? It probably takes about 5 seconds to regen. Um, Rushdown, I mean, like I said, you hurt a guy and then you just dash at him. So is it better? It's probably better than mark target. We don't use it because mark target is, I mean, ruled OP, which it probably is OP, but the other characters, they have faster ways of basically doing the same thing. You you're not technically marking them for death, but you're hurting them, and then you can get to them almost immediately. You fucking push into hyperspeed, and there you go. Um, Height and sense audio cues provide advanced warning of fast movement or aerial hostiles. Getting lower to the ground will increase the range of detection. I mean, I don't know. It's like that's just pointless. I feel like that's just, someone was like, hey, let's add something that sounds cool into the game. I said I'm not trying to roast or disrespect, but I feel like that's almost deemed useless. I don't know if people in pubs would even use that. To be honest, I don't even know what the fuck that does. But like I said, like maybe that thing's too good and that's why it's banned, and then this thing literally does nothing but save you from the back. And I mean, anybody's gonna know if you see a camel guy, you don't melee him in the back. One bullet takes off the shield, and even then, it probably still takes 4 bullets to kill a guy. So, I mean, I was just saying, like camo when they first had the game out was way too OP. Literally had no chance. And then they added the little red dot that follows you around, like while you're camoed, which was cool. It gave you a chance. It gave you something to look at. They weren't completely invisible, and by renders you almost invisible. Active camo. That's what it says. Renders you almost. Right now, you literally see the tiniest blur. As people would say, does the naked eye see that blur? Yeah, I think you see it. I'm pretty sure you see it. I can see it, but it's so fucking hard to see it. And now you don't hear it. Before, like I said, you at least had a chance. You could see the little red thing. There was nothing wrong with that. I think everybody was fine with that. I don't think camo players were bitching about it. I sure as hell wasn't bitching about it as a player trying to shoot at it. But it just doesn't make sense. And then the latest patch, they just take it away. Good things they did, though. Like I said, I'm not going to sit here and just badger them. Good things they did do is if you have some sort of, what's it called? Objective, or if you're in an objective, or if you have an objective while camoed, it wears down a lot quicker. Props to them. Like, that's something they did a really good job thinking of. But it's just like that was a good thing. There's always one good thing that comes with a bad thing. You know what I mean? It's like did a good job with the objective thing. And then they did a bad job making it literally so camo is like the most broken OP thing in the game. Um, Now we can go over to Synaptic Bot, like even hit markers. People were saying the character or the hitboxes are all the same, but the character models are bigger. But it's like, dude, the character model is bigger. Like you're telling me it just doesn't make sense. We've never played a game where your bullets can go through a part of the character but not actually hit them. You know what I mean? Like I get what you guys are saying. Like, hey, bullets are going through here, but it's because the character is so big. He has the same hitbox. You're just not hitting the right part of him. What? You know, it just I don't know. That doesn't really make sense to me. You know? And we got the robot. Let's go to Synaptic. Rewind. Rewind. I said what was wrong with Rewind. He gets his health back. Yeah, I get the health back. Let's not completely copy Overwatch. Although I think Overwatch goes the right competitive route. Rewind makes no sense. You go back and you get full health and you get full ammo like you're a new fucking soldier who just spawned in. Like you just died, hit square, and you're a new soldier. I don't understand that. Um, you rewind with a whole clip and a whole thing of ammo, man. Like you could have 0-0 and rewind back to 36 by I don't know 72, something like that. 36 by 72. Is that right? I mean, I don't know, but it's something close to that. Fucking the guy is Equalizer, Reaper. Like we don't even use those. They're Equalizer's allowed. Reaper's not. Combat burst, propulsion, rushdown. 6 things that are all better than every other character. Um, and it kind of blows my mind that like even the fact that you can rewind, right? Rewind and get full ammo and full health, but then we could go over to the Merc character, which is reactive armor, and his trait that you either use shockwave, which most people don't ground pound. I think I've seen Gunjar do it, but you can't use infusion, regen health faster. I don't think, but you can use man at arms, which this is a trait. So propulsion, rushdown, and whatever the fucking other one is a trait. The traits for this guy are regen health faster, round slam. So like they're not terrible. And then the main one you got to use start with maximum ammo capacity and weapons no longer slow default movement. So the second part of that is really good. Weapons no longer slow default movement. But you start with maximum ammo capacity, which basically a rewind has the maximum ammo capacity thing built in because of the specialist. Yes, it doesn't give you maximum ammo capacity, but it basically does that minus a little bit, but it still does more in the end. You get your health back, you get your fucking ammo, you get out of the situation. Yeah, it's not a trait, but like rewind is better than this guy's traits, plus the trait of the robot guy is better than this trait. Does that make any sense? Like you're getting basically this trait from your specialist or your payload ability, and then on top of that, your trait is better than the trait of this guy. I'm just saying the balance to me is not there. I'm looking at it, trying to decipher it, and trying to understand where the balance is between these characters, and it doesn't add up. No way you can look at it. I mean, like I said, the guy posting the thing, David Mickner or whatever, like yeah, I probably offended him, which I didn't mean. That was just me being frustrated and using my sense of humor, which you people may know is probably not the best. And it's probably not the best way to go about it. But after literally just bullshit after bullshit and being like, hey, we can talk to you guys. Like, no, you don't talk to us. It's just like, dude, you lose faith. You lose faith, man. I've lost faith over the years. I won't name names, but I've said it a lot. The last time I actually got to like give some input, I'd be like, hey, there's a problem. We're playing and this spawn doesn't make sense. I had a guy at Treyarch that, I could DM him. InfiniWard comes around. No idea. I haven't talked to anybody who works there. Not one person who works there, man. Like I said, Black Ops 3, if there was some crazy spawn or some crazy bug or something didn't make sense, hit the DMs. I would upload full videos explaining what happened, all of that, took the right approach, unlike that Reddit thread, and shit happened. When there's no fucking available opportunity or no way to do it, you go crazy as a competitor. You go fucking insane. Because nothing happens, nothing's done, nothing is fixed. And you sit here like me, like everybody else. Everybody sits in the shadows, waiting, thinking something's going to happen. They're just like, I'm just going to go with the flow. You know what? I want to go with the flow, but at a certain point, this shit is not enough. It's not fun. Shit doesn't add up. It's not balanced. It's not fair. Look at all these other games. That shit would never slide, but it's Call of Duty, so let it fucking go. Um, I would love, dude, like, I mean, I've fucking probably burned all the bridges, like I said. There's some shit that's happened in the past. I pretty much burned bridges for a couple people, and we really had no choice, and I can't really enlighten on that or talk about it, but just some things in the past that happened that, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if it affects it nowadays, but like, dude, like, I just want the best for it, man. I really do want the best for all of us. I want us to play the best version of the game, the most balanced, even competitive game we can play, and nobody wants it. I get badgered for it, and it's like I know I might not go about it the right ways, but at least try. At least try, man. Uh, Fucking robot, the OSA we'll get to next time. This is basically about this Reddit post and just, like the lobby shit, dude, has just tilted me for 2 weeks. 2 weeks. It's tilted me since the last 2K, since last year, you know? Um, I don't know, so I just wanted to make this video, like, I don't mean to be disrespectful, but the way this shit's been going, dude, to me, in my eyes, it's only been going downhill. Going downhill. Been trying my best. I don't mean to disrespect anybody. Like I said, I have a bad way of going out explaining myself, and my humor might not be what other people may see as funny, but there's definitely some people who do understand it. Well, I don't know, dude. Like I said, I'm no fucking Steve or Albert Einstein. I'm not gonna run some or write some crazy ass fucking thread. Not gonna write an essay on Reddit, fucking capitals, periods, grammar, all that shit. But I'm gonna try, man. I'm gonna try to give my input, and I don't, I think right now a lot of shit doesn't add up. You think from a company, a game developer that big, somebody would step down and be like, or put their fucking foot down and be like, hey, something's not right here, man. Like, fix this shit. You know? Obviously, we don't work there. It's their job. Like, you don't know what I do at when I'm or off camera. I don't know what they're doing off camera, but part of me hopes that someone's like, fix this, fix this. What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? What the fuck? You know? Someone made a good point. Something happened, a glitch with the keys, and they did that shit overnight. And we can't even, I don't know. We can't even get esport fixes anymore. You know what I mean? I'm sitting here like, I do all these interviews and shit for the Met events, and it's like, yeah, try not to say bad things about the game. And then I come home and reality hits, and it's like, there's a lot of fucked up shit. Why do I do this anymore? You're like, I'm doing an interview. I'm telling you all the fucked up things. That's my thing going forward. I don't think I'll ever be able to accept doing an interview again until they fix some shit, dude. I don't think as a player, as like a casual player, I'm not even happy with the game, man. I'm not happy with the state of it. I'm not happy with what they've done. I've been happy with some of the changes they've made, but like I said, they make good changes and then they make changes that, I don't know, my fucking daughter would make. Like, I just don't understand. Like, it's like they've wrote the essay and didn't proofread it. That's what it seems like. So, I don't know. I don't know if this video means anything, but hopefully it explains some shit. I just don't think a lot of things right. A lot of things don't add up, but who knows? I'm just Karma, that big old fucking bad guy, right, motherfuckers?